Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Get unrestricted access to worldwide content at expressvpn.com/inside. The Game Awards for 2021 finally happened, so we're collecting the best trailers and highlights from the 3-hour show and putting them in one short video for your convenience. Surprisingly, there weren't as many big reveals this time around, but there were at least 2 games that made a pretty big splash. The first is Star Wars Eclipse, an action-adventure branching narrative game set in the High Republic era of the Star Wars universe, which is being co-developed by Quantic Dream and Lucasfilm Games. This one's a little bittersweet given the game looks awesome, but disappointing considering Quantic Dream has been under fire for workplace harassment, and David Cage, the studio's director, has reportedly said some pretty heinous stuff. Anyways, the other big surprise at the Game Awards was Nightingale, a shared world survival crafting game with a Victorian aesthetic where you travel through arcane portals in hopes of finding the last bastion of humanity. It's a pretty cool mix, and those excited for it don't have to wait long as it'll be coming to early access next year on PC. Hellblade 2 showed up in a big way at the very beginning of the show with a really impressive looking gameplay trailer, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League also released a new trailer with a ton of gameplay. Other notable trailers included Horizon Forbidden West, which we have kind of already seen a bit of, and an extended look at Forspoken, which might actually win you over if its reveal trailer didn't the first time around. Another game, called Arc Raiders, also received a pretty loud applause after its reveal. At a glance, it could almost be mistaken for Starfield, but it has a heavy focus on third-person shooter action and giant robots which come apart as you blow them up. Pretty sick. The full release is expected next year. What was clearly meant to be a big reveal moment at the end of the show was already leaked earlier this month when the Matrix Awakens, an Unreal Engine 5 experience, was discovered in the back end of PSN, but actually, despite how it sounds, it's been getting a ton of praise. Robert Perchese at Eurogamer summed it up in an early impressions piece, saying, "I've never stood in a virtual city that looks all around me as convincing as this one, and I've seen firsthand, up close, that it's not all just for show either, and it makes me so giddy about the potential." The sentiment has been echoed by some other games industry folks, but don't just take their word for it. The Matrix Awakens demo is available to download and try right now on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. One genuine surprise of the show was the reveal that Monolith Productions, the studio behind Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War, is working on a Wonder Woman game, and they'll be implementing their patented Nemesis system. Telltale is also officially back, or rather a newish version of the studio with some returning staff, and they announced their first game is based on The Expanse. Alan Wake 2 also got a nice little teaser, with Sam Lake saying the game is going to lean a lot harder into horror as a genre, and the creator of Silent Hill, Kiichiro Toyama, has announced his new game, Slitterhead, which is expected to come out sometime in 2023. The name alone makes me feel uncomfortable. Moving on, Homeworld 3 finally has a gameplay trailer. Evil West is a third-person action western where you can combo Hell's minions with a big metal fist, then quick draw on them with your 6-shooter, and A Plague Tale Requiem looks like it's going to more than live up to the legacy paved by the original. Space Marine 2 was also announced, which is fun, and Sonic Frontiers is dropping everyone's favorite blue hedgehog into a fully open world for the first time. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, the free-to-play battle royale game, has a new release date of spring 2022, but GTFO, the high-intensity co-op first-person shooter survival game, launched during the Game Awards. You can go play it right now. As for the indie lineup, the long-awaited Cuphead DLC, The Delicious Last Course, finally got a new release date of June 30th, 2022, and there's a few new titles that look promising as well. Thirsty Suitors is a narrative action-adventure game with a unique style where you can skate, fight exes, and cook to make your mom happy. Have a Nice Death looks like a pretty solid 2D action platformer, and Planet of Lana features a fantastic use of depth and scale with music by the Last Guardian composer Takeshi Furukawa. There were also some big reveals that weren't games, like the official Sonic 2 movie trailer, which featured Knuckles, an exclusive Matrix Resurrections clip, a first look at the live-action Halo series, and a trailer for Guillermo del Toro's new movie, Nightmare Alley. There were also a couple of fun moments too, like just seeing Reggie on stage, watching Supergiant's Darren Korb jam with Imagine Dragons, because why not, and a real-life Alexander the Potboy from Elden Ring. But of course, what would the Game Awards be without actual awards for developers? Game of the Year surprisingly went to It Takes Two. Best Narrative was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Best Score and Music went to Nier Replicant. Best Art Direction was Deathloop. Best Indie went to Kena Bridge of Spirits. And the Player's Voice Award went to Halo Infinite, which I guess wasn't restricted by the same release date deadline that the other awards are. Overall, it felt like there were a lot less splashy AAA reveals than we usually see at the Game Awards, but there was still some good stuff in there. Let us know in the comments if we missed your favorite game from the show, or if you just want to vent about the award selections. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.